They told me room 6A was storage. They lied. I worked the night shift at a psychiatric hospital, the kind of place where shadows cling to walls, where silence is louder than any scream, and where the patients aren't the only ones being watched. It's an old facility built in the 1940s, endless hallways lit by buzzing fluorescent lights, lined with heavy metal doors that slam shut with a final wave. At night, the hum of lights fill the emptiness, broken only by the occasional scream or the metallic rattle of someone tugging too hard at their restraints. There's only one rule I learnt in my first week: never touch room 6A. It's the last door at the end of the east wing. The other are full of patients, men and women in different states of despair or madness. But room 6A is different. It's always locked. Always locked. The senior staff skip it during rounds, even during fire drills. If a new nurse asks about it, they just laugh and say storage, but it's not storage. The door has a nameplate bracket, long empty. The metal beneath it scratched raw as if someone tried to claw off the label. Every time I pass by, I feel it, that subtle pull, like the air thickens around me. You know when you're at the shore and a wave drags at your ankles before it breaks? That's what the corridor feels like at the very end. As if something beneath the floor is tugging, waiting. I've tried to not think about it, I've tried. It was 3 a.m. when I heard it. I was doing my rounds, most patients sedated, their rooms silent. My cart squeaked against the polished tiles as I moved down the east wing, and then I froze. It came from the end of the hallway, from room 6A. Not loud, just a faint scrape, like fingernails dragging across wood or metal. Slow, repeated, deliberate. Too steady for a rat, too human. My heart slammed against my ribs. Training told me to ignore it. Every part of me screamed to keep walking, finish the round, sign the log like everyone else. But my curiosity, it's always been my weakness. I crept down the hallway, the scraping sound growing louder with every step, until I was right at the door. Before I could stop myself, I whispered, "Hello?" The scratching stopped, silence. Then a voice, dry, low, so close it felt like it was breathing right into my ear.
"Finally, you said something."
My knees nearly gave out. I stumbled back, clutching my clipboard like it might protect me.
"No staff ever talks to me."
The voice went on, calm, male maybe, but there was something wrong about it. Each word sounded like it was passing through layers of water before reaching me.
"They all walk past, pretending I don't exist. But you're different, aren't you, Claire?"
I stopped breathing. I had never told it my name.
"Don't be afraid.
It whispered.
I know things. I know everything."
My mind scrambled for a reason. This had to be some kind of test, a prank by the senior nurses. But there was no way they could know what came next.
"You still visit your father every Sunday,"
The voice murmured.
"You bring him orange slices because he can't chew the peel anymore. He doesn't remember your name, but you smile anyway, don't you?"
My stomach turned. Nobody at work knew about my father. I had never told them about his dementia or how he used to call me Pumpkin before he forgot me completely. How do you... It laughed softly, coldly.
"I told you. I know everything."
I should have run, reported it, pretended this never happened, but I stayed, rooted to the floor. There was something in its tone that wasn't threatening. It was worse. It was inviting.
"Do you want to know why you dream of drowning?"
It asked. My throat went dry. The drowning dreams were private. I'd had them since childhood. Dark water closing over my head, my lungs burning. A whisper calling me down. My voice shook. Yes.
Then come back tomorrow night, alone.
A shiver ran through me, colder than the hospital air. I can't.
You will.
The light above me flickered, buzzing angrily. When it steadied, the voice was gone. Silence flooded in. I staggered back, heart hammering, swearing I'd never return. But the thing is, when someone tells you they know everything, the need to ask becomes unbearable. I went back. Of course I went back. It was quieter than usual. Even the hum of the fluorescents seemed muffled, as if the hospital itself was holding its breath. By the time I reached room 6A, I was waiting.
You're late.
I wasn't.
You were in the supply room at 12:15. You touched the haloperidol bottle twice before putting it back. You hesitated. You thought about taking it home.
I froze. My fingers had only brushed that bottle. I wondered, for a heartbeat, if I could use it to calm my father's worsening agitation. But I'd never told anyone. I'd never acted on it. How do you...
I already told you, Claire. I know you.
The voice softened, almost tender.
Don't you want to know who I am?
I swallowed hard. Yes,
Not yet.
it said.
First, I'll tell you a story. One the staff will never admit.
It told me about a patient long before my time, a man brought here in the 1950s, when they still performed lobotomies in the basement. A man who never aged, never died, who spoke with voices that weren't his own.
They called me dangerous.
He whispered.
They called me a liar, a monster. Then they locked me here and erased my name.
I wanted to call it nonsense, a ghost story, but the way he spoke, the certainty, the details held me like chains.
You don't believe me,
He said.
but you will. Come closer.
Against every instinct, I leaned towards the door. The slot for the food trays was sealed, but there was a keyhole. Kneeling, trembling, I pressed my eye to it. At first, only darkness, then movement. An eye pressed against the keyhole, staring back at me. Not bloodshot, not sick. Perfect. Too perfect. The iris shimmered faintly, like oil on water. I choked on my breath and fell backwards, my elbow slamming against the wall. His laugh followed, low, aware, deliberate.
See, you do believe.
I ran that night. I didn't finish my rounds. I didn't care if anyone noticed. I swore I'd quit and find another job, but of course I didn't. Because the next night I heard him again. It became a ritual. Every shift I'd find myself at 6A, heart hammering, waiting for his voice. He told me things no one should know, memories I'd buried, thoughts I'd never spoken aloud, secrets about the other staff too. The orderly who stole morphine, the nurse who cried on the stairwell after every code blew. But he also told me things that hadn't happened yet. He described the red scarf I'd buy the following week, the exact words my father would say next time he recognized me. Pumpkin, you're late. The car crash on Route 9 that would kill a doctor I'd only seen once. And every time he was right. I stopped questioning him. I stopped fearing him. I started craving him. Until one night he said,
It's time to open the door.
I can't, I whispered. It's locked.
You have a key.
He said.
Bottom drawer of the head nurse's desk. Third file folder, taped underneath.
I shook my head violently. No, if I...
You want answers, don't you? Don't you want to know why the dreams never stop? Why you wake up gasping for air that isn't there?
My chest tightens. He was right. He was always right.
Open the door, Claire. Let me out, and I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you what you really are.
The words sank deep, colder than ice. That night, I didn't open it. I lay awake at home, staring at the ceiling, fighting the urge. By morning, my decision was made. I stole the key. It was exactly where he said it would be, rusted, cold against my palm, heavy as if it had been waiting for years. When I reached 6A, the scratching had returned, louder now, urgent. I slid the key into the lock. It resisted, then turned with a groan. The door creaked open, just enough for the smell to hit me, damp, metallic, like rust and rot.
Good,
he whispered, closer than ever.
Now let me show you.
I pushed the door. Inside there was no room, no walls, no ceiling, no floor, just darkness, vast, endless twisting, like the space between dreams. Shapes moved inside it, many-limbed things bending the wrong way, faces peeled open to reveal more faces beneath. And in the center, him. Not a man, not really. His outline flickered, blurred, but the eyes were the same, oily, infinite, reflecting everything that had ever been.
You already belong to me,
he whispered.
You always have. Every dream, every drowning, it was me calling you back.
I couldn't breathe, my lungs burned like in the dreams.
You were never a nurse, Claire. Not really. You were the patient who opened the door the first time, and every time after, you just forget over and over. That's the game.
The darkness surged towards. I stumbled back, screaming. I'm writing this now from the staff break room. My hands won't stop shaking. When they found me, I was on the floor outside 6A, the door locked again, the key gone. They asked me what happened. I said I fainted. They believed me. But I can still hear him, through the walls, through the vents, and through my dreams.
You'll come back, pumpkin.
And the worst part, I think I already have. Thanks for listening to They Told Me Room 6A Was Storage, They Lied, by Salty Astronaut 77. If you want more like this, please like, subscribe and share. Cheers.